So as far as caffeinated beverages that get me going in the morning, my first choice is always going to be coffee. But if I were to reach for an energy drink, my drink of choice is going to be Celsius. I like a Ghost every now and then, but I also just like the variety of flavors that Celsius has to offer. So that got me thinking, what do I think is the best Celsius flavor? So over the past few months, I've been making a concerted effort to try all 29 Celsius flavors and rank what I think is the best. I was just going to do like a straight up like 1 to 29 ranking, but I think a tier list is going to be a little easier. So I made a tier list of all 29 flavors. This isn't going to include the essential flavors. If I had to go with one of those, I'd probably go with cherry limeade. So I got a few notes on my phone because it's kind of hard to remember every single flavor, exactly what they taste like. But so as far as how I'm deciding the tier rankings, S is going to be, the best flavors, what I think is the best. A is going to be for the flavors that I love, that I still thought were pretty great. Just I think that there were some flavors that were a cut above them. B is going to be for flavors I thought were good, still good. It's just A to a lesser extent. C is going to be for flavors that I just thought were okay. They didn't really stand out to me too much, but I'd be willing to give them a second chance. D is going to be flavors that I didn't like, but I would still probably give them a second chance, if they're the only things on the shelf. So it's flavors I just didn't really like too much, but I would be willing to give them a second chance. And then F is for flavors that I just did not like at all. I wouldn't give them a second chance if they're the only things on the shelf. If my life depended on it, I'm not touching these flavors ever again. So that's how we're gonna categorize everything. Who knows how many years I took off my life trying to drink every flavor for the purpose of this video, but I did it for y'all. So we're just gonna start with Arctic Vibe. Arctic Vibe, it's gonna be a B tier. I thought it was good. It's a solid flavor. It's not great. Nothing like too special. It's probably a little sweet for me. That's gonna be the issue we're gonna see with a lot of these flavors, that they're just like a little sweet. There's another issue with the some of the Celsius flavors that I'll get to later. But B, it's good. Like the name would suggest, if Arctic Vibe is like ice cold on a summer day, like I'm sure it would like hit the spot. So yeah, we're starting off with the B tier. Astro Vibe. Astro Vibe kinda, it's between a C and a D for me. Again, it's one of the ones that are just too sweet. I just didn't really mind too much, but it's not terrible. We're gonna go with the C here. That's kind of the case you see with a lot of like the vibe flavors, is that they are just a little sweet. I'm definitely a sweet tooth, but I don't know. There's like a level. There's like it's like a fine line. If you pass that line, then it just doesn't jive with me too well. So next we got the blue raz lemonade. For the most part, the lemonade flavors are pretty solid. I enjoy most of them, but the blue raspberry flavoring, it just personally isn't for me. It's not. I would say it's probably not the most compatible with my taste buds, but I do like it better than the Astro Vibe. So it's going to be a C, just slightly above Astro Vibe. And then here, I think this is the cherry cola. I had a friend recommended me. He said he loves the cherry cola Celsius. It's one of his favorites. I was a little skeptical about it at first. I didn't really know how it was going to taste. Like he says it tastes just like a cherry, like Coke. I'm a little skeptical because you encounter a lot with Celsius. They have that like kind of mechanically or chemically like aftertaste that you just kind of see with a lot of energy drinks. So I was kind of skeptical that I was gonna taste like a cherry Coke, but then also have that aftertaste. But I was actually pleasantly surprised that it didn't have that aftertaste. It really just tasted like a straight up like cherry Coke. But with that being said, it's just not the flavor that I particularly want when I'm reaching for an energy drink. It's kind of odd, tasting a cherry Coke while I'm, trying to get that, maybe enhanced boost of caffeine and energy. So I still enjoy it. It's a C tier for me. Definitely better than the Astro Vibe. It's just not something I would gravitate towards. I don't really want to taste a cherry Coke when I'm drinking a Celsius. I don't know, but that's just me. It's not bad by any means. So now we got the Cosmic Vibe. Cosmic Vibe was like a fruit punch kind of flavor. This is another one that's probably gonna go in the B to C tier. I wrote down on my notes that it didn't really taste like much, so I don't think that fruit punch flavor um, really came through to me. But it wasn't like too sweet. It didn't have like that overwhelming sweetness to it that you see with a lot of these flavors. So it's gonna be another C tier. I feel like for a lot of these flavors, it really depends on like just the can that you get. Like you can grab like two of the same flavor, and one's gonna taste a little bit different than the other. I don't know. That's just kind of like what I've experienced drinking Celsius's. Maybe that's something that y'all have noticed too. I don't know. That might just be me. I swear, I can grab like two of the same flavor, like two. I can grab two cosmic vibes, and one's gonna taste just slightly different than the other. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know if I'm tripping on that or not, but we're gonna move on. We got another fizz free. The fizz freeze, the free of fizz Celsius's are not usually my cup of tea. I don't mind a fizz, but we got the dragon fruit lime. Now this is probably one of the most interesting flavors that I've had. I've never had a dragon fruit. It's like a straight up dragon fruit. I don't know what it tastes like. So having this flavor just kind of, I don't really know what to make of it. It was weird to me. It was a very weird flavor. It's probably one of the most weird but unique flavors for me, which was cool. It's cool. It makes me kind of want to try a dragon fruit to see how it it actually tastes. But with that being said, it has to be a C tier. It's a weird flavor. I would love to try it again just to like, I don't know, experience it again, but it didn't, it wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. So, man, we're just knocking out the C tiers. I promise. I promise I have more diversity in my rankings than this, but uh we're gonna have another one with the fantasy vibe. Fantasy vibe again, it probably just didn't really mesh with me too well. It's another C tier. And then, oh, what is this? Is this the Fuji apple pear? Dude, we are really just knocking out all the C tiers right now because this is another C tier. This is another C tier for me. Honestly, Fuji apple pear is a C tier because I don't think I would typically like this flavor that much. Like, it's not definitely not the first flavor that I would gravitate towards. I'm not really a big apple flavor kind of person. I like apples themselves, but like when it's like apple juice or like like apple cider or stuff like that, it's not that's not like what I like. So it's getting a C tier because I enjoyed it more than I thought I would, but it's still, like I said, not something I would gravitate towards. Okay, now we're switching up a little bit. We got a Galaxy Vibe. Galaxy Vibe, I enjoyed. I did enjoy. Wasn't my favorite, but it's still a solid, good flavor. It's going above Arctic Vibe. I enjoyed it a lot more. And now we got Green Apple Cherry. Ooh, Green Apple Cherry. So kind of piggybacking off what I said about Fuji Apple Pear. I'm not a big apple flavor kind of person, especially green apple. Um, Actually, I feel like green apple I kind of enjoy a little bit more than just like a straight up like regular apple because I kind of like the sour aspect about it. But you mix it with the cherry flavor, it just didn't work. It didn't work for me. And with that being said, it's got to be an F tier. We had our first F tier flavor here. It just, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I don't think it was really landed on either flavor that I was trying to go for. It wasn't like sour. It was more sweet. The cherry flavor just didn't really, mix in too well. I wouldn't touch it again. I wouldn't touch it again, unfortunately. So now we got grape. We got the grape. I think it's called Grape Rush technically. And interesting thing about like grape flavored drinks is I like apple flavored drinks. I'm just not a huge fan of it. Like I don't really like grape soda that much. I kind of find the grape flavor a little overwhelming. But with that being said, I was pleasantly surprised with the grape rush flavor. Um, it's gonna be another C tier, but it's gonna be high C tier. Yeah, like Fuji apple pear, I was kind of surprised that I enjoyed it more than I did. So it's kind of gets a leg up on that. Kind of gets some more points for me for being better than I anticipated. Cool. I think that might have been all our C tiers. No, but all right, we still got one more. We still have one more. But as for the most part, that's all my C tier flavors. So now we'll see a little change up, a little switch it up, a little diversity now. But this is the mango lemonade, the mango lemonade flavor. So I said earlier that I, for the most part, really enjoyed the lemonade flavors. I think they kind of, hit the mark on what they're trying to go for. They taste like lemonade mixed with the fruit that they're pairing it with. But the mango lemonade flavor just didn't really taste like anything. It didn't taste like anything for me. I don't think it tasted like mango or lemonade, and it doesn't taste like anything that it was trying to go for. Then can't really give it a positive ranking. I ain't putting the D tier because I would try it again. Because like I said earlier, I feel like if I grab two of the same flavors, they're gonna taste slightly different. So maybe I just got a bad can. Maybe I'll pull it off the shelf, try it again, and I'll maybe feel a little more positively about it. But uh, yeah, it's just I don't know. It didn't taste like anything. It didn't taste like mango or lemonade, which is yeah, just unfortunate. Now we're moving on to kiwi guava, and ooh, kiwi guava, dude. This one right here, we got our first S tier. We got our first S tier flavor. This one knocked it out of the park. I like a dragon fruit. I don't think I really ever sat down and ate a guava before. I've had kiwis. I enjoy kiwi. But this one is just like it's the right mix of like a fruit flavor, the right amount of sweetness, and it's just overall very enjoyable. Like an ice cold one of these on a hot summer day. Oh, chef's kiss. Delicious. So appetizing. Really just hits you with a wave of flavor. I loved it. And this one, kiwi guava, I think this is the best flavor. I think this is the best flavor. I would have loved to say the best flavor for last, but I think this is the best flavor of Celsius right here. It is an easy S tier for me. And so we're gonna move on to the mango passion fruit. So like I said again, I don't think I've ever really had a passion fruit. It's like a straight up passion fruit. But again, going off with kiwi guava, dude, this one is just another wave of flavor that I just really enjoy. The right amount of sweetness, the right amount of fruit flavor. It all just comes together for an action-packed thrill ride of flavor. Another one of my favorites. So now we have our first two S tier flavors. How am I doing so far? Are y'all agreeing with me so far? Like, what's the vibe here? Am I crazy for my flavor takes, or am I pretty spot on? Y'all let me know. But we still got plenty more flavors to go. We got the Oasis vibe. The Oasis vibe, another solid flavor. Another one I quite enjoyed. I don't think it's good enough to be a S or A tier, but it's definitely a solid B tier. Definitely a solid B tier flavor. I would definitely go for this one again. Give it another shot. Maybe I might think more positively about it. But I think it is a cut above the rest, in my opinion. So, orange. We got the I think it's a sparkling orange flavor technically. This one had that aftertaste that I was talking about earlier, where it's like very chemically, very mechanically. I don't know how to describe it, but it's definitely it definitely has that aftertaste that reminds you you're drinking an energy drink that probably really isn't that great for you. Probably isn't that great for your body. And the aftertaste kind of almost counteracted the orange flavoring. So I like orange flavored drinks. It's just yeah, that aftertaste. I don't know. It's a C tier. It's a C tier. Maybe it's another one I think I would try again. Maybe it would taste a little different a second time around, but yeah, I don't know. The aftertaste on this one was just a little too overwhelming. And for that, I gotta put in the C tier. Alright, moving on. We got the peach mango mixed with the green tea. Yeah, the green tea is a nice little touch. Kind of makes me feel a little bit better about drinking one of these. Makes me feel a little more healthy. It's definitely an interesting flavor, but I just don't think it works out that well. And it goes in the D tier. I think a peach mango on itself would have tasted great, but you add in the green tea flavor, it just kind of makes a weird flavor combination. I don't think it works too well. I would maybe give it another shot. Maybe I feel like I had a green tea flavor Celsius, you know, a few months ago, a few months back, and I kind of enjoyed it. But when I had one for the purpose of this video, I really just didn't enjoy it. I thought the flavors just didn't work too well. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. Another one of those weird flavors. Very unique flavor, but yeah. I don't know. And now we got peach vibe. The peach vibe, for the most part, I think the peach flavors are pretty solid. I just put the mango peach down in D tier. But for the peach vibe though, the peach vibe, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It's an A tier for me. It's a pretty electric flavor. I enjoyed it. It's the right amount of sweet. The peach vibe is one of those flavors that kind of strikes a balance between sweetness and the flavor that it's going for. And it just tastes really great. It tastes really great. Okay, and now we have the pink lemonade. Another one of those fizz-free flavors. Uh, the pink lemonade, I really wanted to put it in S tier because it is a really solid flavor. It is really solid, but I don't know. I kind of just don't think that I really would go for it all that much. It's not going to be one of those flavors I'm really trying to go back to, but so like I could almost put it in B, but I gotta put it in A because it was a really solid flavor. It tastes like pink lemonade. That's a big key part. It tastes like pink lemonade. It doesn't have that like chemically aftertaste that Blue Rash kind of had. And it just ended up being a really solid flavor. Gets knocked down in my book just because it's not the flavor. It's not a flavor that I would really go back to. I really did kind of want to put it in S tier, but I think it's going to be a high A tier for me just because that's not going to be one I gravitate towards all the time. And now, oh, is this the Playa vibe? Oh, the Playa vibe. Dude, this is going straight to the F tier. Fuck this flavor. Fuck this flavor. I hated it. It sucked. Playa vibe is like pineapple, like, I don't know. It's like a pina colada kind of flavor, but it tastes like shit. That's what I wrote down on my notes. It tastes like shit. Tasted like shit. I hated it. I took one sip of it. I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. Never tasted a worse Celsius in my life. This was like, I don't even need to try this one again. I've had this flavor once, like all the way back of summer last year. I didn't even try it for the purpose of this video. That one time I tried it in the summer was enough. I didn't need to try it again. I just put it straight in the F tier. Straight at the bottom of my list. I hated it. It's weird because pineapples are one of my favorite fruits. Favorite fruits like of all time. But I really just don't enjoy like pineapple flavored stuff. Like a pineapple flavored Fanta, pineapple flavored candy. I enjoy pina colada. Yeah, 100%. I enjoy pina colada, but yeah, I don't know. Like the Playa vibe is pineapple flavor. I just don't. It just doesn't taste great. I feel like pineapple is very. I don't know about unique flavor, but it's just a very hard flavor to really replicate. And I mean, if I just want a pineapple flavor thing, I'm just gonna eat straight up pineapple. Like it's unfortunate, but this one is straight to the bottom of the list, bottom of the F tier. Never touching this one again. Never. Not even if my life depended on it. All right, we're gonna move on. The less said about the Playa vibe, the better. We got retro vibe now. Retro vibe is kind of a hard flavor to really describe, but all I really remember is that it's just too sweet. It was too sweet of a flavor, and it's a D tier for that. I could honestly maybe put this one in F tier just because I'm not really dying to try it again. I don't think I ever will, and that's really all I have to say about it. All right, now we got strawberry kiwi. Strawberry kiwi, I think nails it when it comes to tasting like both strawberry and kiwi, like the kiwi guava. But I think it was a little sweet for me. It was a little sweet. Still a really solid flavor. But let's go into the B tier. Let's go into the B tier. And now I think this looks like the Spritz vibe. The image is a little small for me, but I think this is the Spritz vibe. And kind of along with the other D tiers, it was just way too sweet. It was way too sweet. I just didn't enjoy it. It's a D tier for me. Yeah, I don't really even know what it tasted like or what flavor it was going for. All I remember is just that it was too sweet. I'm not really dying to try it again. Yeah, D tier. That's all I can say about it. So let's just move on. Let's move on. So now we got watermelon lemonade, and honestly, this is another S tier. Another S tier flavor. My second favorite flavor. I think it nails it when it comes to tasting like lemonade. The best lemonade flavor of all the Celsius flavors. And it actually tastes like watermelon too. So it knocks it out of the park when it comes to tasting like lemonade and watermelon. It's the right amount of sweet. These are the only three S tiers in my humble opinion. Kiwi guava, watermelon lemonade, and mango passion fruit. These three are the best flavors. Take that as you will. You might agree with me. You might not. I don't care. That's what I think. And that's what I stand by. Moving on to watermelon. You know, I enjoyed the watermelon lemonade so much. I thought I was going to enjoy the watermelon flavor a lot more. I still did enjoy it, but it just didn't really like set itself apart. Didn't knock it out of the park for me. It didn't really sweep me off my feet too much. But it's a solid flavor. It's a B. It's a B tier. We got the last three flavors. All right, raspberry peach. You know, like I said earlier, the peach flavors are generally pretty solid for the most part. For the most part. But raspberry peach, it's a B. B tier for me. I still enjoyed it. I think the raspberry flavoring wasn't as strong as the peach flavoring. So it kind of suffers points in my book for that. But it's still a solid flavor. Still in the better half of the flavors. That's all I really got to say about it. The tropical vibe. Tropical vibe. Another great flavor. Probably one of the better of the Vibe series, I guess. It's a solid A tier, dude. I think it's the right amount of sweet and that citrus flavor. It's like an orange flavor. I think it's better than the sparkling orange flavor. It's a lot better. It's, like I said, the right amount of sweet. It doesn't have that weird chemically aftertaste like the sparkling orange flavor does. And it's also one of my favorites. It could have been S tier, could have been S, you know, could have been a little higher. Maybe I could almost put it over pink lemonade, but we're gonna do middle of the pack for A tiers. Yeah. All right. And we got wild berry. You know, I would love to end this tier list off on a positive note, but the wild berry flavor, it's an F tier for me, dude. It's an F tier. I just did not like this flavor whatsoever. I did not enjoy it. I don't think it really tasted like anything. I don't think it tasted like what, it's got like blueberries and raspberries on the front. I don't think it tasted like any of that. I don't think it tasted like anything. It just tastes like shit to me. And I that could be my hot take because one of my coworkers he drinks this one all the time. I think it's the only one I see him drink. So he obviously loves it. But me, I did not like it. I don't know. It wasn't sweet like I thought it would be. You know, it didn't have that right sweetness. It didn't taste like sour. It just, I don't know. It just didn't taste like anything. And it's one of the bottom flavors for me. Not as bad as a playa. Nothing's worse than the playa vibe. And yeah, I don't know. It's just the wild berry just didn't mesh with me whatsoever. Did not like it. I'm sorry. I feel like it's a pretty popular flavor. But yeah, I didn't enjoy it. You know, I left out the electric vibe. I think that's a limited edition that Celsius just came out with. Um, but I didn't include it in this tier list because it's limited edition. So I don't know if a lot of people are going to be able to try it before it you know, maybe goes away. Maybe it becomes a mainstay. But if I were to have included the electric vibe, it It'd probably be a D tier for me. It'd probably be like a middle of the pack for D tier. It was one of those ones that was just too sweet, and that sweetness just overwhelmed every other aspect of its flavoring. So yeah, that's the tier list, guys. You know, the best flavors: kiwi guava, watermelon lemonade, mango passion fruit. Worst flavors: green apple cherry, wild berry, and playa vibe. You know, let me know if you guys agree with that. What do you guys think about my tier list, or what's your favorite flavoring? Like, you know, do I have some ones that are off the mark? Yeah, I have some hot takes here. I'm sure I do. You know, I'm sure a lot of people think the wild berry should go higher, but uh, that's just my humble opinion. That's my humble opinion on it as a casual Celsius enjoyer. You know that's just what I think. I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. You know, or you know maybe I could do like a Ghost Energy flavor ranking in the future. Let me know if that would be something y'all be interested in, or like I could do an Alani tier ranking. I don't know, just spitballing a few ideas. Let me know if y'all are interested in that. But yeah, that's the tier list. That's my ranking. That's what I think. Let me know if y'all agree or disagree. You know, leave a like on this video if y'all enjoyed it, or consider subscribing. This was just a fun little video idea that I had that I wanted to work on, and yeah, took me a few months to get it done. Try every flavor. It's not like I was going out of my way to really get Celsius's. I still just enjoy coffee a lot more. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm Sam Lebowski. This is my Celsius tier list. So y'all take it easy, and I'll catch you next time.